Hello and welcome to Pushing Back, Ukraine Daily Brief. As the war enters its 731st day, these are the main developments from the past 24 hours. Russia has lost approximately 409,820 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of the war, the General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces reported. The number, which has not been independently verified, includes 810 casualties over the past day. According to the released Ukrainian figures, Russia lost 8 tanks, 16 armored combat vehicles, 29 artillery systems, 22 drones, 2 cruise missiles, 23 vehicles and 2 pieces of special equipment. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. There were 69 combat engagements. The enemy launched a total of 7 missile and 54 airstrikes, carried out 77 multiple launch rocket system attacks at the positions of Ukrainian troops and various settlements. The Ukrainian Air Force launched airstrikes on 13 concentrations of troops of the occupiers. The Ukrainian missile troops hit 1 radar station of the Russian invaders. In its latest intelligence update, the UK's Ministry of Defence reports. Despite lacking a traditional navy, Ukraine's innovative use of missiles, drones, and land-based attacks has forced Russia's Black Sea Fleet to retreat eastward, sink several ships, and lose 2 commanders. This success has allowed Ukraine to regain control of western Black Sea trade routes, even exceeding pre-war export levels, demonstrating the effectiveness of their unconventional approach in challenging Russia's initial naval dominance. In its latest intelligence update, the Institute for the Study of War. Ukraine continues to defend against Russian aggression and the Kremlin's attempt to destroy Ukrainian statehood and identity despite growing difficulties 2 years after the start of Russia's full-scale invasion. Ukraine's European and Canadian partners commemorated the 2nd anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion by committing additional aid to Ukraine and discussing Ukraine's integration into the European Union. Russian opposition media estimated that upwards of 75,000 Russian personnel have died in Ukraine since the start of the full-scale invasion in February 2022. The Russian Ministry of Defense continues to highlight Russian Central Grouping of Forces Commander Colonel General Andrei Mordvichev and Russia's seizure of Avdiivka. Mordvichev highlighted Russian technological and tactical adaptations in the Russian seizure of Avdiivka in a likely effort to address persistent criticisms of Russian forces in Ukraine. Senior Russian military officials likely are attempting to deflect responsibility for high-profile apparent Russian war crimes away from themselves and onto mid- and low-level Russian commanders. A recent Russian opinion poll indicates that Russian sentiments about the war in Ukraine have largely remained unchanged in recent months, but notably suggests that another mobilization wave would be widely unpopular. Ukrainian special services conducted a drone strike on one of Russia's largest metallurgical plants on the night of February 23. Ukrainian reporting indicated that the A-50 long-range radar detection aircraft shot down on February 23 temporarily halted Russian aviation operations elsewhere in the theater. Russian information space actors continued responding to the February 23 A-50 shoot-down and largely denied that Ukraine is responsible for the downing of any recent Russian aircraft. Russian forces recently made confirmed advances near Bakhmut and Avdiivka and in western Zaporizhia Oblast. In his nightly address, Zelensky expressed gratitude for international support. He emphasized its progress in resisting Russia and urges continued global cooperation. Zelensky believed their leadership is effective and victory is achievable, but stressed the need for decisive action, unity, and unwavering support to protect lives, uphold international law, and defeat imperial ambitions. He specifically thanked various leaders and nations for their contributions, and concluded by requesting continued military aid across air, land, and sea. Thanks for following today's updates. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We'll return tomorrow with the latest news on the ongoing conflict.